I'm Louisa Barton with the Horse Talk Show here at the Florida Horse Park for air show jumping. Thrilled to be here visiting a Notting Hill farm with Justine Dutton and Chris Barnard. And we've been talking a little bit about the horses, about signature show jumps, about course design, number of other things. But before we get started with them, we've got a couple questions for a very important member of the family here. Just want to see what Fergie has to say about all this. Fergie, have you got anything to say about... No, it's not edible. Anything to say? No comment. Okay. She has no comment at this time, but she may join us later to chime in with some stories. She probably has plenty, she could tell, if she could. Right. So, Justine, let's start out with you and tell us a little bit about air show jumping. Is this your first air show jumping, or were you in last year?
I came last year. Sorry, he's just had a drink and he's just drooled it all over me. I did come last year. It was the first year that they ran the show here. We were really excited because it's such a great facility, and you just don't see many jumper shows here. So we were really excited to come, and we knew that Bill Worthington is a great show organizer, so it would be well run. And we loved it so much last year that we came back this year. And it's pretty local for us. It's about 40 minutes away, maybe a little less. We are a bit spoiled and stay here in the living quarters trailer. Just makes life a little bit easier. And the horses do stable here just because, again, it's easier on them, I think, for them not to ship back and forth, and easier on Jen, who takes care of us and the horses and basically everything, not to have stuff everywhere. But no, we love the show. It's super well run and nice amount of entries, not crazy amounts, but nice amount. And monkey. Yeah, very aptly. The rings are beautiful and the footing's great. The show jumps are great. He has good designers and he has good staff and good communication with everyone. So, we're happy to be here.
Wonderful. Chris, from the other side, from the working as the course designer here with show jumping, some feedback from you?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Billy, I think 20 years. I used to be up in Millbrook, New York.
I didn't even think he was that old.
No, okay, maybe not 20, maybe 15, but it's definitely been a while, longer than I think. I know, Asian Billy, he doesn't look that old. But no, we sort of reconnected. Small world thing. We have our farm in Reddick, and Billy is literally a right turn and a left turn. He's a stone's throw from us. So no, it's nice to be able to, I'm very grateful that he asked me to come and design this year. No, he does a good job. Mason, who brings the jumps down from up north, again, has great material, and they do it the right way, It's not easy to put on a big horse show, and it's easy to cut corners, and I don't think Billy does that. It's important that the customers are paying for a service, and as someone that's run a few schooling shows, you try and do the best that you can, and I know Billy does that. And it's like Justine said, I think we're lucky that it's here at the horse park, which is so close to us. It also gives the horses a different venue. We have all these circuits with Hits and Venice and now WEC, which is great, but for a couple of weeks here, it just gives you somewhere else to take the horses and jump some different material and see some different places. And what are these two doing? They're crazy. It's like they're on cue. But no, it's and the weather. Like, we don't talk about the weather. It was a little cold this morning, and we're still a bit bundled up, but now the sun's out. We're lucky to be in Florida and have all these opportunities for sure.
Great, absolutely, Justine. They're being so cooperative. They want to be stars, right? They're making their debut here. Justine, let's. Did you see the yawn? That was good. Let's switch it back over to you and tell us a little bit about your bucket list. Some things that you're going to accomplish, want to accomplish, especially with the horses that you have now in your care here.
I'd just like to continue to get more Grand Prix miles on Ives and Ravello, my other Grand Prix horse, who didn't come this week just because he twisted his ankle, and so he's going to come next week, though. He was very angry to be left behind. So I'd like to get more Grand Prix miles on them and, start to be competitive, a bit more competitive in the jump-offs. Now I'm more confident at the height. I'd like to ultimately jump kind of bigger Saturday Grand Prix at WEC with them. That would sort of be my goal. Monkey will just kind of, keep being really consistent at 135 and then move up to the Grand Prix again when he's ready. He's a little horse and he has a ton of heart. So, we just want to keep him confident and happy. And then Henry's like a clear round machine. He rarely touches a rail. So, we've been careful to keep him at an appropriate level because he is so careful. We don't want to overface him. But, he'll be ready to probably step back into 130 next week. And then, I'd like to have him jumping 135 sort of at least by the spring, summer and, see how that goes. And Tina will just jump the 6-year-old young jumper classes and hopefully qualify for the new USHJ Young Jumper Championship. So that'll be his goal. But, the horses will kind of tell me what they want to do, really. I mean, everything's changeable. Some of them might move up a little quicker than anticipated, and some of them might need to stay put. So whatever they really want and need.
That's lovely, and you can tell from interacting with them here in the barn that clearly you have great relationships with them and they're your friends, and that you're putting what they can do and should do first. And there must be some funny going on over here.
He's so funny. He can be a little bit lively, but then he can also be like this, see?
He's afraid of things on the ground and certain shadows sometimes. He'll jump into the stool sometimes.
Yeah, won't go through a puddle.
If there's a puddle, forget it. You leap over it.
Is that right?
Yeah. One time I was hacking around Tryon on the phone and not paying attention, and there was a big puddle, and literally we were airborne, and I'm like, whoa. I mean, I stayed on, but that's the kind of stuff he does. I mean, he's just a funny horse.
He's just a comedian.
He is.
I mean, Justine imports a lot of horses. She does the sales and stuff, but I mean, even her horses, the personality is important. Some of the good ones are a little quirky. Actually, they sort of need to be a little quirky and to be good, but. Because we have a 10-stall barn, it's not massive, it's not a huge operation. It's nice when they develop their own personalities, and it's definitely for the sales horses. They need to have the good personality, but it's nice when your own horses are, the show horses have it too.
Especially as recorded earlier about Tino.
Right. Tino's not going anywhere. I do think it's important, though, that you have a good relationship with your horse. It makes it so much easier to work with them when they're like this. And clearly they're all very fond of both of you.
They are. And I have to say, yes, we're together and we've been together for a while now, but Justine does love her horses. She works hard, but she loves the horses. She has a relationship with them. I think sometimes to a fault, that she does that. And I know Jen would sort of probably say the same thing. And
Jen's always telling me off for spoiling them.
Well, that is a fantastic end note because we've just got about 30 seconds left. I want to thank you both so much for having us here, introducing us to your four-legged family. They certainly are a lot of fun, and we really appreciate it. Chris Barton, Justine Dutton, two superstars in the equestrian world for sure, and certainly doing a phenomenal job with show jumps, course design, competing and winning this weekend and quite often. I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to the Horse Talk Show TV on YouTube.